Good evening, everyone. I'm TChief, and welcome to Season 68, 3 vs 3 Grand Arena Championship, Week 1, Round 3. My opponent is an Erodium, so consequently, I've already just done stuff. He's put in his obligatory attack. You know, everybody's duties are met. How y'all doing tonight? Megatron, Bane, Sheepdog, Art Vandalay, good to see you guys. But anyway, to save us from having absolutely nothing to do is my fellow plotting and scheming co-host, TJ5270, who joins us with a good match tonight. How you doing, sir?
I'm well, oh TChief, oh great one of the Erodium character.
That's right. One day you'll get up to right around where I'm at, and then you two can fight Erodiums.
I want to try so hard to do shit. That's the goal of everybody. Right.
Good. One day. All right.
One can only hope.
Sorry, what were you going to say, man?
Oh, nothing. Just talking more shit to you about having Erodiums and nothing to do in a game you want to play.
I'm telling you, man, it's tough. It's actually kind
of
boring.
Nothing for a pimp. That's right.
That's right. It is. It is indeed. Okay, folks, you know the drill. We'll put out a prediction. TJ, what kind of odds do you want to give the people tonight?
The way it's been right now, I guess 2 and 3 is fine.
2 and 3, all right. So, folks, you're gonna go with 2 or less, or 3 or more. 3 or more drops on TJ. You got 10 minutes to put in your votes. Here we go. So, it is TJ5270 versus Crippen of ANZGC. All right. Rank 47 versus rank 50. GP, TJ's 15.0 to the opponent's 14.7 million. Top 80 GP, 3.12 to the opponent's 3.10. Zetas, 405 each. GC Omicrons, TJ having 84 to the opponent's 78. Top 80 average speed, TJ's 159 to the opponent's 154. Edge. Alright, Mon analysis, plus 25 speed. TJ's 247 to the opponent's 172. 20 to 24 speeds, it's 336 to 355. Plus 20 speeds, it's 583 to 527. Plus 4% offense mods. TJ having 75 to the opponent's 99. But on plus 6% offense mods, TJ having 26 to 15. Alright. Relic analysis, TJ's total 2230 levels to his opponent's 2159. For Relic 9 count, it's 71 to 56. Relic 8s, it's 110 each. And Relic 7s, it's 87 to 81. So, terribly far apart, Relic-wise. Datacron analysis, TJ's 181 total rerolls. The opponent's 351. Level 9 Datacron, 36 to 54. 6 to 8s, TJ has, both of them have 0. And then 3 to 5s, TJ has 24, and the opponent has 12. So his opponent's taking a good number of them further up the tree. That's right, I am the Erodium Slayer, Sheepdog. Live in fear. You know, as all Erodium should. There will be no mercy. All right, Galactic Legends. So what's the opponent got cooking here? Fast Ray. Good stuff otherwise. A little slower than average JMK. Fast Lord Vader. That's damn sure. All right, yep. Nothing too crazy otherwise. And how about you, TJ? What do you got cooking? Good Ray, very similar to mine. Yep. Yep, everything is just solid. Solid. Come on, game. Scroll. Damn you. Alright. Character the opponent have. Whoa. Kind of. For a Exile Ezra. Yep. Things looking pretty good on your side, TJ. Alright. I think that's it for this part. Next up, TJ was kind enough to give me the Omega Bot comparison for his opponent's last 3 vs 3 season. So, get a sense of what his patterns are. Probably not the same teams. Bazinga says, just got back from driving to New York, back to Norfolk, Virginia. Catch me never doing that dumb shit again. Yeah. I wouldn't know the drive, but I will say, living in the Metro Detroit area in Michigan, I have many times driven the entire route from, I-75 south from Detroit all the way to Tampa. Done it many times, and I've found that there are shorter drives that I think are worse. So I believe you. All right, as far as attack times go, Crippen looks like he likes to go just within the last 3 or so hours. Pretty consistent about it, too. As far as mod speed comparison graph, we can see it's reasonably competitive. The TJ kind of fluctuating of and below this guy, averaging out. All right, as far as GC Omicrons go, the opponent does not have 000, BT1. Aha, you fool, you don't have Chief Turpa or Princess Leia. Ha 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 ha.
That's right. Master plan is intact.
Yep, that's about it. About it for Tuscan. Okay, banner efficiency last season. So what? That's 3 dropped attacks all last season? 3 little black ticks on the screen? That's about it. 57, 56, 55, the odd 58, 59. Maybe there was some Erodiums, but it doesn't really look like that to me. It looks like real season, but solid efficiency, which was actually pretty doable last season, if I recall. All right, defense-wise, Crippen's setting, Lord Vader, Jabba, Queen Amidala, Ahsoka Ezra, Captain Enoch, Baylan, Tuscan Chieftain, Gas, Bam, so that was with the Scoundrel Cron, probably won't be seeing that. DG, Kira Team, again, have Cron, or Smuggler Cron, rather. Rey, Swolo, Nest, Ellerin, Finn, Slacker, Dash, and then some less likely stuff. Executor, Malevolence, Radis on defense, taking no chances, saving the better 2. All right, defenses by zone. So again, outdated from last season's meta, but we might otherwise expect to see Lord Vader, Queen, Ahsoka Ezra, and either Tuskens or Rey. Something like that. Well, actually, it's 5 teams up front, right? It's
math.
Zone.
Correct.
Yeah, my brain's somehow still in 5 versus 5, even though it's like a whole week.
The end of 3s, right? Numbers.
It's tough out here. Anyway, on offense, Crippen was last using Malgus, Leia, Traya, JMK Cat, Sidious, Reva, Sith Eternal, Afra, Great Mothers, BKM, Scion of Django, Seer Malicos, Starkiller, Slacker, DRZ probably. It doesn't say that though, it just says DR. JML, Jedi Cal, Gungans, and then some other stuff as needed. Leviathan, Profundity, and Negotiator, pretty reliably on offense, only using something else if he dropped. Alright, teams he was dropping against last season. Nass, Hondo, Afra, and Lord Vader. But that was it. That was it. Alright. Let's see where we are with getting... Here. I'll give you guys another 15 or so seconds to get those last minute votes in with your channel points. What do you guys think it's going to be? TJ going to have 2 or less drops, or is it going to be 3 or more? Let's find out. Hey, Salea, what's going on? Hello and good luck today, Tass. Yeah, not to me. I've already done my battle. I had an Erodium, unbelievably enough. So I lost the first round. Won the second round against Sasha Aisha, of all players. And then after that, got an Erodium, which means that the 2 Erodiums that we had in this bracket got matched together in round 1. There was a winner between them.
Perfect stormed.
Completely funny stuff. All right, cutting off the submissions. TJ, 67% of the people believe in you, or 67% of their channel points. We'll think of it like that. 33% went 3 or more. See how it goes.
Yo, Major Cho, what's up, babe? Yes, we're gonna see. We're gonna hope. It's gonna be I think a fun time. I think we're ready to open the door, see what it looks like.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and open it up and tell us about, your defense. Take us through his, do all the good stuff.
So we're gonna start with I did a battle, and so this is, we can show it if we want, or we can wait till the PNSing.
I think we can do both. Honestly, we can highlight it if that's want to be one of your featured matches from the week. But I think folks would want to see how that first battle went. We'll get there when we get there. Let's talk about it when you're done talking about everything else about what we can see on the board.
Top to bottom, no attack yet again. ANZGC, so expect him to be EU/Australian in that time frame. So we're not going to see anything yet. So we're looking at it. So what we've done is I went ahead and did a gas setup, bulk potency. There's nothing really fancy to tell. Took my Rey up top. Again, this is one of the newer crons that I have with some of the better defense with the setup. So with the Cal, just trying to drag something out. Then we have Africa, that's obviously going to do well. The money with the Temple Guard, and then Tarkin clones. There for a reason. We already know that Sid can take it, but I had to work it out. And this ended up being the lesser of the evils. Once I can see what the data looks like, he may be most likely coming off on offense to kill something, because I'm a big Tarkin fan. Always have been. So the rework definitely has merit there. To the bottom, it's not going to be a surprise to anybody, but what I did this one interesting. And Tass, this is out of your hat. So if we know what's going on here, I went with EEzra and Syndulla with the Chief Nebitcron. So there's a reason for it. I'm not going to call it out. Depending on what he takes, there's a potential for it to mess you up. So there's that one. Then we did Tuskens because positioning needs to be there. SLK, I went with the Foss. So I kept talking to everybody. Hux feels out of sorts right now. Hux Foss, and then the callback for Foss to potentially help out with the assisting felt pretty good. Moved over, did Darth Revan with the Zalbarcron. Again, there's merit to for what's in the back and what I'm trying to pull. So we're doing it that way. And then, of course, the LV with the Appo. Love my CX2. I'm a big fan, as anybody's talked to me knows. I'm a huge fan when it comes to my modding and the turn order and everything else I did. So I've got some good things in there. Some bulk sits on my Applecron, so it's a good thing to do the merit on. So that's my defense. Can't show the back, can't show the ships for obvious reasons. To the top, gentlemen is set. Some good old Gungans. I've got a couple of ideas of things we're going to try on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got gas. This is just standard 501st. Nothing crazy there. So it'll probably be C or something else along those lines. Or we're going Mando Bros. The Man Bros, I guess. Maul Bros. He did GG. So clearly a D Team G, possibly. He did Tuskens, and then he did Traya. We did something earlier today on the Traya. I might be doing that again here today. So we'll see where we're at.
Dig it.
For the bottom, continuing on, we've got own LV. I can already tell you right now that's going to be Leia. I'm going to stick with my tried and true. Always been a fan of it and setting it up. It feels really good. SLKR. Tass talked about it, and I'll be doing it today with the 5s and the Hodacron. That just feels super strong. And I've checked. The failure rate, I think, is going to fall down to the DRey. I think this is what we're going to come across, and I think what we'll have to start looking at. Mine is the super slow, just awesome damage output. So every time she slaps you, you feel the pain, and your parents feel the pain, and their parents,
people how much offense is a lot off.
I'm at 11K pushing it. I did not hit the CD this week. I will hit CD next week with the triangle.
And then they will CDs?
And then they will CDs and fill Ds at Mickey D's. We can go all day for what the name is going to be. So we do have that. And then for nothing else crazy. The Baylan is just the standard Baylan. That's either going to be JML, which you saw with Tass. I've been a fan of that, and I'll probably be sticking with it. Or I might get funky with Sid. But when it comes to this this guy, I don't think I get to have a room to play with the errors of it. And then I don't understand this at all. And everybody in the top, I've seen it twice. I do not understand the Barriss with the Barriss Crown. I get what you're trying to accomplish for the setup. I don't understand it personally. I don't know what it stops or what it does.
In fives, I agree. It's not really.
I don't know what you're achieving. So, to spoiler, I'm going to end up doing Bane on this. The Bane just, he doesn't need a secondary, so you get to take a just Sith and you push it up and then just push into the damage. And I did it last round. It was a 54, but it felt okay. I'll end up doing it again this time. I just don't see any reason to ignore it. I don't know. Not a fan. Use your Barriss Cron somewhere else. Barriss does not have a place here right now. So just something to know. If I fail, then hey, that's me talking shit. But regardless, I've watched lesser teams take this out. I do have Mothers this round. I could try Mothers, but it's like Bane is doing fine, and I think Mothers might have another use for another place.
Hey,
funny enough.
Is this when you want me to pull up your Queen fight here?
I mean, yeah, we can now. We can do the first one. This is.
Yeah. You want to take folks through it.
Yeah, if you want to do the fight, if you want to show it, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I don't know if we're gonna do this. Am I gonna? So if we're doing it this way, because remember I'm behind. So if I'm trying to watch it via Twitch, I'll have to share.
If you're watching it here on Discord, I'm broadcasting it to you.
Okay, but that means I've got to stop sharing what you are. Perfect. Let me go back in. I don't see it.
You don't see
Maybe
it?
it's because I'm. No, I don't see it right now. Maybe I need to stop sharing.
Okay, we can come back to it.
I mean, if you want to just do it real quick, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I have it rolling right now. We're just loading into the fight just now.
Okay. So if you want to talk it out, I can't see it, and it's not sharing it on Discord. I'd rather just let the people go with the flow.
Hold on. Sharing.
It's a fast fight, so the majority of what's happening is this talking. It's not going to show. I have to reset my Discord. Not like leaving all that. It's because I'm on.
It's not very good now, is it?
No, but you can just go with the fight. It doesn't matter. It's a great setup. We played it a couple different ways. We tried it with 3 different crons on the team for EEzra, and they all ended the same way, which is phenomenal.
All right, yeah, we'll start this. And yeah, this is with the Krennic cron, right? So
this is support, and this is by far my favorite cron of the series, and we have more to do. We'll be talking about it during plotting and scheming, but this is by far. But the push-up is huge.
Because you want supports to apply debuffs to stack the crit damage on Padawan Obi-Wan, that's why you open up with Queen Amidala's middle. And then you did third with Master Qui-Gon. Then you just did swipe. Big swipe with Padawan Obi-Wan. And yeah, that's... I think everybody went under DI, right?
Yep. Literally had them all. It was all set. Dagger likes a couple different moves. What's great about this... There's no wrong answer. I love the setup. It is just a lot of fun, and the choke points all just go. I mean, look at the team. This is what I love about it. Is just look at what's left. Dagger did one thing called Padawan. He did his second instead of third, and it still went well. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to feel like you're gonna do anything wrong here. Because you'll watch, you'll see what happens at the Ezra, right? It's like boop, and then you just finish the fight. It's just so good. By far one of my favorite fights, and by far the support cron is just back and
yeah. So that support
Queen
level
is the
12
best team
on Krennic is pretty outrageous there.
It trumps, in my opinion. It equals out to me being the Hoda cron. Those two are by far the 50-50 split. DRey obviously is at the top. Hoda's beating the SLKR now. But support, what I want to know, and spoiler, what I want to see, can you beat LV? I'm hearing you can. And then can you beat Ahsoka Ezra? I still think you can. And if it can beat every team minus SLKR DRey, Queen now becomes the best team in my opinion. If not, like, top 2 in the game.
Yep. Deep Dog asks, does it have to be the Krennic cron to get that specific result? Yes, because we're taking advantage of the level 12 mechanic on the cron.
Yes.
So yeah.
You will not, if you go look at the failure rates of anything Ezra with Queen, it basically nullifies. This is removing that. We tried it another way, doing the third first, but it's Sass is right with the debuffs, but it's also the rip of the foresight. once you've ripped that foresight, that team has nothing left. And the big impact that it's hitting, and the ramp of what Padawan gets, man, it's nuts. Pow just is going to do the pow.
So that said, that's the only fight he's done. So where do you want to go from here?
I mean, to me, we've been going through it all day, so we might as well just learn.
I mean, face the music, man.
It's our checkbox, right? To be fair with everybody and what we've been talking about, it's the checkbox. If we're gonna be here, it's still 5s because that AI priority, which we're testing out to see how far we can get from it, and then it's Hodacron.
I might be a little bright for the camera, both because I am bald and probably having the similar skin shade to the wall behind me.
Does it say?
But I really have to say, I cannot wear a hat right now. It is so hot. It is 97 degrees here.
So funny when you say those words to me.
Shut up.
All right. let's do our thing.
And humid. Sure.
Yeah. Yes. That's what you have to go with. We got a priority. We know we still do it on ourselves.
And you're doing this the same way I did with the Hodacron, right?
This is what I was telling people about, right? It's you do this. It's still with Hodacron.
Do it first, and it was successful for me last round, something like that.
It's where I'm playing it, and that's what I laugh at. Is I'm playing it like you would the Jabba fight. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it was. I'm assuming, trade back.
Oh, you're still playing it. Yeah, there's no difference here. Yeah. You're still.
Yeah, I was about to say your 5s is about to exhaust this first turn. Looks like you're almost perfect. Fear? Double fear? Did she just basic?
Yes.
What was?
I still have to quick
was that?
I have no idea, buddy.
What the hell was that? Alright, now everybody be nice. Okay.
We're still on basic.
Yeah, just basic. Yeah, that's right. Just
no choice.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep. No es bueno.
Alright. It still has to be.
And this is ass because
I've still got to do it this way.
The turn meter's high, man.
I've got no choice.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Thank God.
This is it. Very nice. So
far. Oof.
Yeah, that was your savior, the cat.
Yep.
Think of what I'm thinking?
I've got to keep her this way.
Okay, that's fine. I was thinking about saving 5, but I'm not mad at this.
I know, but
I'm not mad at this
he
either.
can still.
I'm mad.
All right, but now I need to get to ult. I know you want to eat now. I've got to push. Now I need full. I'm okay with that.
Ooh, yeah.
It sucks.
No, he served his purpose. Absolutely. Look at that. You know, all's well that ends well. Had him the whole time. Wouldn't change a thing.
I kind of changed a couple of things. I wouldn't like a 7-turn Drey taking that many turns, but that was respectful.
I would love somebody to explain what it was that I witnessed.
I think we would need it on 1 times.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Hey, Kim says, good evening, Tass. It's hot in PA as well. Humidity is crazy tonight, so yeah, no hats. Yeah, I have gone out to PA in the summer. I actually have some family I should head on out and see there soon. I have family out in Ligonier and Johnstown. Closer to Johnstown. But yeah.
I mean,
good spot out there and absolutely sweltering up in the mountains. You would think up in the mountains it would be relatively cool. It is not. So yeah.
All right. I think we're into the next one.
Let's have it.
We're gonna have fun. Let's keep on blasting.
Light 'em up.
Yep. I'm gonna change the one thing I did though, Tess.
Sure.
I know we talked about it.
And you've been saying that this hasn't let you down yet.
Well, we don't say that now. Hold on.
I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's bad to say now, but you did say it before. So if I'm cursing you, then I'm cursing you the second time.
Maybe. All right, so go from there. I'm still gonna hit this. Nope, still good.
Sure.
All right, so we are going to support. I need two.
Yeah, I love the flamethrower here. Yep.
I'm okay with that. You're next. Perfect. Lock them up to stop it.
Yeah, I think your choice to use Leia's basic on the attacker the way you did just to give you the contribution. Nice.
Thanks. Thanks, pretty lady. All right, so
Pretty
now we're just
good.
going.
Yeah, Leia on offense has been a staple. She's.
I know that people said, I know Dagger said fail, but I'm like, if you kind of know where you're going with it, I just haven't. And it's not gonna let me get to it, is it? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, that's fine.
5. Yeah, you heard it here first from TJ. He's basically just said daggers are Garboni Jabroni.
No, I'm not gonna say that. It's like he
That was
says
verbatim,
the
that was a
numbers.
quote.
Oh, thank you for, yeah, because I say those words all the time when anybody knows me. Those are the things I say. My thing with it is, one, if you notice, I'm taking the Heracron. I've also beefed up my Drogon for just this. I don't know where I know Tash, yours is better than mine, but I'm still 15 right now. So I bumped mine to 15 with crit damage triangle, so the numbers look good. So it's, you've seen, he was under, no crit, his Appo was poopies. And then from there, you're just finishing off your food. You could play it different ways. I did check the turn order because I didn't want to let it go, so. Yeah, that's right, Bane. Appreciate it. But did I think it solo? Would I ever think it? If you could see me, be air quotes. No. Obviously, every time he enters a room, I say, F you, Dagger. So what does that tell you? But that's my boy. That's my boy, so we got to do it. If I think about what he's going to have in the back, which is good. Right now, ads are up, so I'll wait it out.
Yeah. Plan it out.
So, what did I say it was, Tass? Looking it up again real quick.
Were you doing
was
Sidious on Tuskens or something else?
No, because I want to wait and see.
I know you're thinking about Gidme versus Traya. I don't know if you saved Jabba, but that solo Jabba was dope for me yesterday. Super smooth 59. I was a little
I can't
concerned,
talk about what I saved, Tass.
I was a little concerned, but the stream sold me on it. You know?
I would also agree. Some things I can't do, though. But we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, that's fair.
Give away my fucking secrets, Tass.
Sure.
That's right. That's right. All right. Jabba's probably in the back, so I already know we talked about that. Enoch, Gas, GG, we know up top. SLKR is in front. Beck is probably in the back. I think it's just, what did you say? Garbage Jabroni? What was it again? I'm sorry.
Garboni Jabroni.
Garboni Jabroni. Yeah, it's probably what I think is. Minus, I think Jabba's in the back.
Got that.
So I don't think it's changing what I'm doing. I feel like I'm not going to play with the Sid here when I can use it up top, which means JML is there.
I like it.
So we could do the Bane, because I'm still going to keep to what I was going to plan on.
Sounds good. Yeah, I've seen a couple people just today not make it with, gosh, what was it? Night Sisters, Sith Eternal without Bane. Yeah. So it doesn't. So what I did, and I wish I would have, I wrote down what I used, which was this, but I didn't write down the setup. And I want to say, I don't think I changed anything. Yep.
I got the 54.
Armor pen, or what are you doing?
I did a good mix of health and that.
Yeah, Sith Kron, generally.
So what did I do? I wanted to mix it. I didn't think I needed very much. So it's probably this.
Not a bad crumb.
No, and you end up just punching right through. So I'm trying to think it out real quick.
Yeah, it's just substantially less health.
Inversely,
not bad.
Armor pen there, 23 now.
We know from experience you don't really need the Sith stuff. It's cool to
No.
have. Wouldn't try to avoid it, but we know we don't need it.
No. It's pushing through is what I'm really looking for. I'll probably end up going with this.
Yeah. All the best to you here. We're solidly back from ad, so at your convenience.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on there, so it's like, yes, defense, I don't care. Okay, with that. All right. The only problem is right. Also correct. You can do that. It's choice.
What was it that revived him?
It's like something about her stuff. All right.
Oh,
realistically,
yeah, that's right. I know why. It's the it's Zarriss.
Yeah.
I almost forgotten that Zarriss was even here.
Yeah, because she's irrelevant to the thing.
Hey, Prick Brack, good to see you, man. Welcome.
So what you're gonna watch is the ramp. So I said it's basically now just a setup for auto.
Yeah. Good to see y'all in the chat. Got a few patrons mixed in. Always appreciated. How's everybody else's final round going? Solo, how about you? Yeah, I remember this. It takes a while to break through.
It does, but it does not require you to go outside and do a C shenanigan. It's because there's no back-end damage here and nothing locking you down. Because if you look, I'm literally pulling her right through, and it's just continuing to ramp, and I still got another 3 minutes, and she's not gonna kill him. And that's what I kept coming back to when I was looking at all the things. I get what you're trying to do, and yes, there are other shenanigans, but here I don't care. Bane doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Bane, I wasn't surprised that the middle ability from Bane didn't stop Watt from reviving. I was sitting there thinking, wait a minute, why was he reviving in the first place? I just forgot that it was Zarriss. But yeah.
We're still okay.
Wolfman says you got a 2069 in the final
round.
round.
Look! Just watch. Just look where she's at. Bye.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
It's meets expectations. As you've seen, Bane is not really needed for anything else like that. I'm gonna be testing Ahsoka, EEzra, and Lord Vader. So 55, I'll take it.
Yep.
Meets expectations. Yeah, you just don't need C. And honestly, Bane has that. To me, that's a great use.
Yeah, right. Considering, yours truly and others have been wiping out with Bane versus Slacker this week. So,
yeah, that's gone. As we've seen where it's at. And mine, I think, honestly, doing it on a stream was cool, seeing the puzzle that applied. I'd also wonder what would happen if that was like yours or mine on what we were doing with the DRey.
Yeah.
because that really feels like something that would be scary to push through.
Fair.
All right, so we know what we're doing here. Light side.
Yeah, I just rocked super high protection. Set 21.
I actually have my. I'm not gonna try it, but one thing I want to look at from the data, post week 1, I have Fugitive Omega. I think Fugitive Omega beats the hell out of Baylan.
Really?
Yeah, with the setup, because you can't.
True.
Well, you've seen what Fatal's been able to do with his. This here, you can't really hit anybody. With it. No, I'm telling you, with the setup of pushing it, you can get through. I think Fugitive Omega, it does it in 5s too. It's like, I believe it will. I'm not gonna do it this round because I want to. Obviously, you've seen what I'm up against for what he's getting, but it's like here, I really want. I'm thinking about. I want to try it. So as you can see, potency with protection on a bulk, and nothing I'm gonna need anywhere else.
For what it's worth, it was 1 out of 2 versus the Mercenary Kron.
Yeah, well, a whole lot less threatening.
That's what I mean. That's why I think that. I mean, it's not really doing much on defense.
Hi.
So it's like.
Yeah, since TJ's not going to lose this fight, I'll just inform the chat. Yeah, it's a 16-point game. Halliburton's
hurt. What would you do here, Sass?
Congratulations, just what?
I guess I have basic. You could also.
I would just basic. You're just trying to take the taunt off.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I would just call.
No, but it's right here, right?
Get back
and then
on,
now
stay on target. Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
remember,
the other side.
Yeah, it's like I've been doing, because what I've been doing is I'm trying to think of it. I've been doing GMY. But because of what we were talking about.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed Hoda here. Hoda makes it extra. Hoda has been really helpful.
Man, just get dodged.
Yeah, get Giga dodged.
Yeah, just...
I'll take my 57.
Naga,
I'll still play with my food.
Don't even need crons for TJ to get dodged.
Yep.
No, man, you know how we do it. I work the inverse. I get 85, or I get the 15% success rate, 85% dodge.
All right. Well, nice job.
What did you do?
Yep. Nothing world breaking.
I told you. Yeah, I told you.
That's
all right.
a standard.
So what's the game plan, boss?
I gotta write it out real quick.
Yes. If you beat the Lord Vader and the
checkbox
and the Ahsoka and the Rey, the back wall is generally pretty free.
Was there a Rey?
I don't know if there's a Rey. I was just mostly saying that if you beat the 4 GLs,
that's right.
That was the first fight. Yeah.
The video.
Yeah, if people beat that's what I'm saying. If people beat the 4 GLs, you're most likely to set. You get a free back wall.
Essentially,
okay.
Yeah. The risk
Tarkin,
very
Maul.
high to set something crazy.
Right. So what is it? Tarkin, Maul, back.
I bet there's going to be some crazy shit in the back next week now that people have a game plan for those front walls.
Yes. The strategy is now full on. That is correct.
I know some of the stuff we talked about. Like, I know you might be seeing 6 or 7. No, 7. You might be seeing 7 or 8 GLs on defense.
It's definitely going to shift the game because also with the Mace Depa setup. And then, I'm super excited, dude. My Alacron. Here, I'll just... I can tweak it, but it's like... It's on my Rey right now, but it's already got the Vanguard set up. It's already got the bulk.
It's speed up on basic.
So I did the bulk side of it because I was doing it, but it's like
I don't mind
I'm
either
excited.
way. I think the speed's really. I think it's.
Dude, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you think about it, like you know that Rey's been successful on defense in metas where we didn't have light side bulk level 3. So I'd like to think that, especially a 3 versus 3, the speed up on basic would bring a lot more.
Yeah, I would say my comment was never about the Rey team; it was about what you want on the Mace team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're going on.
On the Mace team.
Yeah, it's like I could see it, but I like the bulk side of it too from the push because they're all gonna be taking turns during that. She's already getting turn.
I was just saying you already mod the entire team for bulk. Like Ayla's in 3 primaries. And then like
Right
the new
now
chick
she's
is
not,
looking
but
at,
it's probably.
health primaries, and Mace is gonna at least have a health cross and a health circle, or bulk circle, bulk
right.
cross.
I don't think, dude. I honestly believe this is just gonna be Gidme. I get you want to do DT and G on the GG. I'll probably just shift it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's Sidious.
Well, Sid is gonna go on Tarkin. I just checked. That feels like the best thing to do on the Tarkin is don't even play with it. Best use is there. There's no Gungans, which means I can just Traya.
Did you check the level 3?
Yeah, I already did. That's the first thing I did. It's the gaining offense.
All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah, I already went for the first thing, buddy, when I was going through it, just because I was trying to write it out. So then we're doing that. Maul Mandos. Because what do I have? JML's used, Leia's used. I still have C. JMK's used. I still have Inquisitors. I still have Seer. DTMG goes away. Bane is out. I still have Traya.
Did you already do the potency check on gas? Is that something you can just Gar ISC?
I'm wondering if I'm going to do Maul. Well, it's where am I using my Mandos? And I'm wondering am I doing Traya?
Probably good against that Gungans team.
That's where he's got me ripped right now. He's got me split off. But I have just regular Seer I get to use.
You also have gas you can use against Tuskens, stuff like that.
I do not have gas. Gas is on defense.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you can just use BKM versus the Gungans, right? Because you weren't gonna use that in the
it is double damage. It isn't stun. So technically, it might be a bit rough. But if you had a strong enough defense or very high health, maybe you can hazard it.
My thing is, I could also just do BKM.
BKM has been very good versus Tusken or versus Gungans. I mean, very good.
But I could also just Maul Mando it. That's what I'm trying to.
That is really sketchy.
The Maul Mando?
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit. That's a little
you can sketchy. Also Great Mother the Gungans and trivialize them, right?
That's what I was gonna do. Before. No, you're right. We just watched it with Striker. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna Great Mothers the Gungans. That's what I was gonna do, because then that opens back up the door. Either way, we're not changing this. So I might as well get this one out of the way. I kind of liked this one. It's got a good mix of everything with potency, and then regaining the stuff felt pretty good when I did the last fight.
Yeah, I mean, in particular for Tarkin, that shouldn't matter. You'd only really worry about the permakill if you're doing Tusken, right?
You got it. That's the idea. But it's also, like I said, it's an overall feels well built. And that's why I went like that.
If TJ can do this with his R8, you can do this too.
You know what? You leave my Sid alone.
Maybe one of you gentlemen would be kind enough to elucidate. Why is it that he does not take massive damage from DCT? Why does he not get blown up?
He's not Galactic Republic, he's not a Jedi, and he's not whatever the other tag is.
I thought there was a condition by which any target after sufficient time or something could take the massive damage. I'd have to check. But
how dare you question my 59?
Yeah. No, this was like how it was for me too, so...
I wasn't questioning your 59. I was just saying.
I don't have an answer. No, that was my way of avoiding the answer.
Yeah, I was just talking about your poverty Sidious at R8.
This guy. You were given an R9, fuckwad.
Mine was R9 on my old account, long before I got it. Long before I moved into it.
I'm a thrifty, Will. Don't fucking talk shit on my stuff.
You got a job done. Damn. Even Tap, who has objectively worse R9s.
That means you know what, he has more luxury. I don't. I'm not even. I'm technically, truly not even 15 million yet. So I'm a thrifty.
Pass doesn't even have second sister R9 yet.
Mine's not. My second sister's not R9.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so far in the future when it is. By the way.
Yeah. Let's just be fair.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. teaches fleet to an entire guild doesn't believe in R9ing is a meta fleet.
The second reinforcement of the fleet. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. You got me identified very clearly.
No, it's the first reinforcement over half the matchups. Like, you can just cope however you want. You're gonna R9.
We should do your setup. I think that's the next one, Sass. I feel like
Where
that's
is
the
it?
right thing. I agree with this one.
You have Traya though, so where is Traya going?
I haven't decided yet.
yeah.
It's
I would decide that because I mean Traya is going to be butter on that regardless on the Gungans. Now,
I don't think it does. It need to go there.
The 3 checks it does are light side, Galactic Republic, and Jedi. Those are the 3 checks it does for massive damage. It looks like.
You have to be at least one of them to qualify?
It looks like it.
Okay. I guess that's it then.
So
He does do more damage based off of dots though. 10% damage.
Oh,
per
exact.
active dot.
Yeah, but But I'm saying, like, I was expecting, how quickly he gets Order 66. Like, oh, well, that's not going to be good.
91%.
It's because if the target enemy had Order 66, at the end of his turn, if this guy's close with his Nevruz, he stealths for 3 turns. If the target enemy had Order 66, he deals massive damage when attacking. And then if it was light side Jedi or light side unaligned Force user, he deals an additional instance of massive damage per relic amplifier level.
So the one Jedi damage wouldn't. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the one massive damage probably wouldn't even kill Sidious, just based off, how bulky he is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But there we go.
All right.
We all learned something today.
Yep, now we know. Knowing
I
his
don't feel like
Sass
messing
doesn't have
with
an R9 second sister, and he won't do more than one instance of massive damage versus Sidious.
I probably to say it. I'm probably gonna end up with that R9 and stuff like that. That's probably gonna be C here. I don't like playing with this team.
Yeah, I also use C. What was it?
You just don't get. I do C set, so I don't know if you were doing any of that, but it's like C set. Even when he got to 65.
Solo, but honestly, I wouldn't fault you for wanting to bring set.
No, but let me see if it's.
The thing is that they can't. They can't. They're gonna isolate set, right? Set's never gonna take a turn, and then Jokasa's gonna set his health to 65 and immediately kill him, and they're gonna. So you have an incentive to try and go for the solo, but if you're,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind being a 2-man for 57 or whatever it was.
I did it, and it wasn't super duper comfortable yesterday, but it did work.
Yeah.
Hey, Boss One, good to see you, man. How you doing? Welcome.
Not a fan. So I'd just rather dark side helped it.
A fan.
So right here,
Fine.
good health. Yeah, that's like.
Fine.
And then I can go right here. There's nothing to stop it. Stun and gaining, and then also the bonus turn would be nice.
Sure. I think the buffs up on level 3 is what I would enjoy more on this, but I also think it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
Roll with it.
Yeah. She won't be doing any of the
That's
stuffy
right.
things.
Yep. Don't need
Yeah,
any
she
of
won't
that
be doing the
protection,
stuffy
lady.
things.
Give me that protection bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another fun fact that was confirmed this week, we were marveling at it. One of my patrons, Shaak, pointed it out. If you kill Temple Guard before he's taken his second turn, whoever was captive just stays captive. You just stay captive now. And, and you feel like it's a glitch, but then when you read the ability text, it says that shit is staying there until Temple Guard takes his second turn. It could not have been more clear.
It's true. And the .gg also confirms it, or seems to confirm it, right? Based on
Yeah,
well, that was what I was asking you. The reading of the code made that.
I didn't do that.
Clear.
I told
Yeah,
you
I'm
didn't
just-
do that.
I'm
read
just
that.
good.
I just
I'm
read
good
the,
with my get my stuff and be done. Move on with my life.
That's fair.
Yeah, I
you
think
didn't
you could've
drop.
done- I think you could have done that with just C, but I get it.
Not worth trying it.
Okay.
I get you guys are right.
Dig this though. Bane in the chat says there's a fix for that on Trello to deploy on next update. FYI. Okay, so
Oh,
you're
nice.
saying that is not in fact working as intended, because a strict reading of the ability would imply that that is working as intended.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, fair enough. I mean, it does seem a little super duper powerful. Yes.
All right.
Feel like
Just want to
this
do my
one.
stuff real quick. Right now,
Yeah.
Oh, really quick. Anybody out there want to DM me Galactic Republic versus Triple Attacker? 'Cause I don't want to go find it.
are you needing the one thing I did you again? Are you looking for the instructions again?
No, Triple Attacker. It's not Houndstooth Start. I did the Google thing in our announcements, and I couldn't. And we only fight. We haven't fought.
Tank, yeah.
There's no tank.
No,
remember how to
I'm
do it.
saying what we fought in TW is with the tank.
Yeah, and I don't remember how to do it against Triple Attacker.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's been forever.
Yeah, Bane also says here, it's working as written, the ability for Temple Guard. It appears that's just not how they intended it, though. It would incentivize paper Temple Guard, which is antithetical to recent design philosophy, which is true.
Yeah, that is true.
Fair point. So what are you thinking
want
is
that-
a competing priority for you to apply Traya, just out of curiosity?
That's what I'm thinking about right now.
Can you wampa that, GG?
Nah, I'm not fucking with that, man.
Yeah,
This is getting me, so I'm just gonna do that now. I'm gonna alter what I do for DTMG. It can't just be that, and I'm okay with that. But
okay. I think this is maybe one of the only real risky fights left for you, so I, may as well do it.
I'm just putting my resources together correctly, and that feels the right way to do it here. Back to the GMY. Bulk health. I forgot I had dad bod.
You can do that versus Gungans. I did
Well,
that
hey,
today. It was real
TJ, we've actually got ads coming up in less than a minute. Did you want
Oh,
to
we're
take a
good.
quick
We'll wait.
break to step
Yes.
away, get a drink, stuff like that?
That would actually work good because I get to go make a pee-pee.
Okay,
So I'm good with that.
works out for everybody. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Gosh, we got more than like 50 people across Twitch and YouTube now, so good evening to all of you. We'll be back in just a moment to continue with TJ's Grand Arena. See you in a bit.
My ad just popped up, but that's okay.
Yeah, it
Being
says-
back though works.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, all right. Well, They are running. Okay. So we're not good to start yet, but we are back from break. So welcome back, everybody. Still here with TJ and Dagger, going through TJ's Grand Arena.
Yeah, check. There's 5.5 minutes to go, and it's 16 points in the NBA Finals. So Oklahoma City will be your champions.
I need to figure out where I'm going to do my
condolences and/or congratulations to all of you sports ball fans for the result of this championship game.
I'm mostly just sad that Tyrese Halliburton blew out his Achilles in the first quarter, and it decided the game.
Yeah, that's fair. Having one of your top players, if not the top player, just immediately go down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, ads are over now, TJ. So we are again.
That works. I'll do the GMA. Yeah. It's figuring out where I'm going to put the last resources, man.
Yeah.
But I also have Seer, so I have Star Killer and all that good shit still.
Yeah, and by the way, Dagger, I think with the free assist call to GG, and if the riposte level 6 is on that cron, I don't think Wampa works. I don't know that I'd hazard it.
I'm not going to.
I just think TJ doesn't have any balls, but that's just me.
That's fine. Oh no! Somebody over the internet said I don't have balls. No,
right.
No, don't say that.
Now you have to say, like, where do you live? I'm gonna fight you.
That's it. We're gonna go meet up, Dagger. We're gonna go meet up. You talk to
1v1 me, bro.
No, man, don't bring it out here in the streets.
I should ask your wife if she can mail me your testicles.
That's fine. She probably borrowed the UPS. Did you want second day?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, if you overnighted, that's a lot for a pair of testicles. That's your call, though. That's a big need to borrow my balls.
Personally, if they were his balls, and they are, he wouldn't pay, that much. The overnight.
It's also a good point.
Yeah. TJ's one of those people who's already procreated more than Tass, so he's good to go.
MJ says, and this is why I say prison build TJ.
Yeah, because when you get them, you throw them over your shoulder. You're going backpacking.
Yeah, when we play prison rules, Swugga, TJ wins.
Yay, me.
That's right.
That's a lot of everything. I guess this is fine right here. Good for setups on it. I did already check it too.
I'm not sure how much the stats matter because
the build is correct, right? So I mean,
if they don't isolate GMY, you kill Nihilus and Savage, and then it's just 3v1 for a while. And if they do,
the only one is this one, but it shouldn't matter.
No, you're mostly just worried about do they isolate GMY or not.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that really complicates the fight.
Been a while. It's gonna be fun seeing this.
Yeah, we did it. We just did it too.
Yeah, I know.
It's so good. The rip and strip was great.
Yep.
And then I know you said basic. I like the third, but I don't see why.
The third also will call Grandmaster, which in the case of like a very large.
And that should still be
Then you armor shred Traya because you're going to you armor shred Traya because then you're going to bonk off Nihilus. Yep, and then you're going to bonk off Nihilus.
And then here's the third.
Basic, because you'll get 40% turn meter.
And then you're just done.
More or less.
Oh, no, he doesn't get turn meter because it's Padme lead. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
So yeah,
no, you're
fine.
fine.
You wanted.
It's fine.
Third was okay. Third would have been okay. Yeah, but it's not the end of the world, basically.
Yeah, I mean, did it change the fight any? Is I guess the real question.
No, because dead is dead in one shot. Yeah.
What? Dead is dead?
Yeah, it turns out you won the 3v1. Who would have guessed? Or you're winning the 3v1. So better way to put it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Off of middle. That's just style points.
That looked really nice.
It's gonna be killed the trail. It's gonna be my turn again, anyways.
No, GMY, the true master.
Now that we're back in a meta, at least in 3 vs 3, where you're really not often using Gideon.
It's a luxury thing, D Team G, to kill something else, and I'm sure I could still figure out a D Team G team on GG.
I've not used DTMG all week. I don't think.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think it's good. It's just there's just so many.
Not giving you a reason to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could effectively use DTMG, Enoch Scout, something like that, in a number of places.
And the only time I would have considered using it, I fought at GG, and I just Sidious it today.
Fair.
My idea still came back. Resource-wise, what's left? Inquisitor, Seared, Great Mothers, Traya. How does a fight go when you're doing it? It's the call to assist, so it'd still be Spirit, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's just Spirit.
What Spirit? Sorry?
Here. They're third for Spirit. I'm going through the teams to use where.
Yeah, I mean, I know the fight personally. I know it from doing it in 5 vs 5, right? You would think it would be relatively easier to pull off in 3 vs 3 because the
90
team is greatly weakened in 3 vs
95%. The only thing is no stun, which is a great thing.
Yeah, they're just some slappers.
I'm just gonna care about bulk.
Yeah, wow, look at all that defense that you'll be ignoring with Spirit. That's amazing.
That's what I'm looking at. It's like I don't want to fuck with Tuskens, and it's like if I'm taking it, that's what I'm thinking is Traya there, Great Mother's here.
Sure, yeah. Not mad.
I mean, you can also do like Bam Dash versus Tuskens. That was one of my go-tos before we got the.
No, I could also JKR, if I'm not mistaken. The setup for Jedi is still pretty strong there.
Yes,
yeah,
I think if you're practiced in that, yeah, being able to do the baton pass double kill for sure.
Yeah, but it's like I just don't want to mess with them. So there's.
Yeah.
Tuskens
have a lot of outs. Yeah, Tuskens have a lot of outs these days. I still think they're worth setting though.
Does Corey asks, does Leia have any shot against Slacker with the Dark Ray focus datacron?
No.
Not in 3s.
No. You're too many. If you got to see my fight from the beginning, she literally took 7 turns in a row. Your person is dead if they have a proper setup.
Yeah. The problem that Leia runs into is you don't really realize how reliant you are on the extra 2 characters against SLK.
This feels pretty good right here. Give me some buffs, and then we do the setup, and then push the armor pin and everything else while we're going through it.
Yeah, do you have something sort by crit damage? Is that the finest that you can give to the purpose? Because with you ignoring it seems like it is, so that's fine. With you ignoring defense, the armor penetration won't matter so much. Like,
I could go the 2 buffs.
Foresight, and you have foresight all the time.
I could try to give tenacity, but I don't see what it's going to do. We're just blessed versus non.
No, I mean, I like this one just fine. It's, I can understand you wanting to keep the dad bod cron.
Wouldn't Morgan here be the one who's getting blessed?
No.
Why would Morgan be the one getting blessed?
They're not going to really chew through her. They don't have a lot of single target damage.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be her. All right, let's give this a shot. I feel like this is fine.
Yeah, you generally do Morgan when they have a lot of single target damage.
That's fair. All right, let's give this a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we? I guess, is it Nass? Or are we still doing... I don't even know who we're gonna...
I want to say it was Jar Jar that I did first, but I can't remember. Sample size of 1. I remember it being a dunk.
Yeah.
No, I don't... You ignore the shield, man. Isn't that the point of this?
I don't remember, but that's fine.
Maybe not him specifically.
No, you can't do any damage to their health pool while the thing is up.
Well, maybe it's because he specifically cannot be damaged when the shit's... yeah, maybe you get him last. That's how it is. That's my bad. But, like, I think he has 1,000% dodge when the generator's up, and you get to ignore the protection on the others, so you just blow them up immediately with the shield up. Yeah. See, there it is. Yeah. Bane says that's... Yeah, he confirms that's exactly what... Can't really hit Jar.
Okay. Well, that feels right because I'm getting wrecked.
Yes, I agree with your assessment. It's not a situation grim.
What you're telling me is that Task gave you bad advice and you are going to get poo-pooed because Task gave you bad advice?
Suffering for my sins.
I feel
I mean,
like
it
that's
looks
what's
like
happening.
You're still
To
gonna
be
pull this
fair,
out,
I
otherwise,
suffer for a
but-
decent number of my sins too, so we can all just be happy.
But I don't want to
Yeah,
suffer.
that's how that works. I want to be honest with you.
All right. Well, at least you survived long enough to, get some money. Hopefully. Oh my God! Stop. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
you
how
can
did
hit
how
the
did
dude. Yeah.
how did Two-Face put it?
Would it be
Either
better
die
here
or-
or this? Would it be better
I think
this?
you get the blind out if you land the killing blow with Morgan. Yeah. I mean, it's something.
Yeah.
It's something.
Quote
Yeah,
Two-Face,
slap their
either-
shit. Slap
You
their
either
whole
die a
shit.
hero or you live long enough to be the villain. That's basically where Tass is right now.
Yeah. Okay. So I
That's
regret
scary
nothing.
as shit.
I regret nothing, and you are.
I got a
welcome.
54, asshole. Yeah,
You are
I still got a
welcome.
54. The fuck you? That was not fun.
I require your thanks.
That specifically was the worst thing to do was target Jar Jar. Specifically, not
Yep.
Jar Jar.
Yep, there's like 3 or 4. That's okay. I'll not doing it enough.
That's a sample size of 1.
I think we
Now
can agree.
2.
Hashtag never punished.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Dude, that's one of my favorites, though. That is one of my favorite sayings. The hashtag never punished.
I'm alright with it. All right.
Ben going on saying that's an old Magic the Gathering term right there. Same with shitters.
Oh, I got Malgus.
Oh,
Yeah, I've still got plenty.
Man. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Casually also have Malgus. All right.
also just a reminder to people: if you're going to set Traya, remember to set Talon instead of Nihilus.
Remember's gonna bring it back. 100% feels good. No weary, no fury. We're good to go.
Oh, also don't be a dipshit like I was and isolate the actual Tusken Raider because you're not paying attention.
Did
Yeah.
you isolate the Raider?
I did do
The
that.
real
Yeah.
Raider. He isolated the real one.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
look
'cause
for
I'm
the
a
word?
dipshit.
You don't look for that pretty
Shame.
word? Look at the summon.
Yeah, I still won. It just took me
Nothing.
like an extra minute.
Words are hard.
I mean, teach their own. You are allowed to do that though, as long as you win.
Dude, I haven't used Traya versus Tuskens in like I don't know. I don't want to say like
Oh,
maybe a year and a
I
half, 2
lost
years.
the last time. Like last 3s, I got the perfect storm.
Mm.
Hence, I don't know if you saw, but I took the no chance shit.
Yeah, I don't.
I know you
Historically,
don't.
before the Sonicron, I used Bam lead with Dash and who was my third? Was it Vandor? It might have been Vandor or L3. But yeah, I used that versus Tuskens pretty religiously. But somehow somebody's bot put my Vandor in like an offense set with a crit damage triangle.
Did you borrow my shit and talk shit about my shit that you borrowed?
Look, I didn't
Yeah.
call anybody out, but a hit dog will holler.
That's right. You could talk all the shit you want, motherfucker. You borrowed my shit. You take what
Hey,
you
a
get
hit
and you
dog will
say
holler. I
thank you.
didn't point the finger at you. You pointed it at yourself, sir.
I take ownership on my stuff, sir. Can you say the same?
No.
Right, asshole. That's right, poo-poo head. You can't, so you suck dick.
Oh, dude, what was the stupid gum commercial? You lint liquor?
Yeah. Cootie Queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takes me back.
Dirty mouth? Clean it up.
Mhm.
Orbits gum.
Oh, dude, orbits. Oh my god.
Oh my
That's
God.
what that was. Do you know how
We are
do you know how amazingly well you must be doing to even then be making a commercial to sell gum?
Dude, I haven't seen a gum commercial since then.
You actually watch commercials, you poor schleb.
No, I mean, but there was a time in the 2000s and early 2010s where that
Yeah.
wasn't really an option. But no, except for Netflix. Fuck Netflix. $22 a month can go suck a dick.
I got T-Mobile now, so I pay less.
Yeah, that
Yay.
goes away after a year, unfortunately.
Does it really?
Yeah, because I have
bitch.
T-Mobile. You get a year of reduced price.
That's what I get right now.
Yeah, but to be fair, Netflix is like $7 if you don't care about commercials or 4K. So that's what I have right now.
All right, now I got to figure out the rest of the stuff, and I need to be able to get some better scores. The 54s are hurting my feelings.
Yeah,
What was
Netflix
your
is the only
plan
place I
versus
have
Fugitive?
bad.
Fugitive is an easy 57 dunk when you do BKM.
Okay, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, it's really nothing
Also,
there.
that's the Wrecker Cron, so that's probably not very difficult even on top of that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Art
Yeah,
Mandalay.
Crosshair Cron, so you're not
Art-
going to get like owned out by the Crosshair Cron.
Art says Mentos had the best cheap commercials in the late 90s. Yeah,
I remember the
Mentos jingle. Remember?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I remember Chew 5 had a couple commercials too back in the day.
Okay, I remember the Big Red commercial, the theme song for Big Red. Yep.
Oh yeah, that was a great one.
Oh man, that takes me back.
Duckstab
Oh,
says the
that's someone-
content. He's defending Netflix. Says the content to dollar ratio for Netflix is still the best value in streaming
God.
IMO.
I mean, you look. I'm not gonna argue that opinion. I'm just saying $22 a month is they can go fuck themselves. When Amazon
I'm a
charges
fan of
me
that
like
position, honestly.
what?
I don't want anybody to fuck themselves.
No, I'm
Go get a partner.
fan of that position.
Go get a
because
friend.
I will only pay for one streaming service at a time. So I have that Hulu Disney Plus bundle thing. I used to have one or the other back before they combined, and that's fine. But if I ever wanted to go to Netflix, then I would turn off the Hulu Disney Plus. I will be damned if I'm gonna be one of those paying for like multiple subscription, content services.
Yeah. Well, just to give you context for why I say fuck Netflix, Hulu Disney Plus charges me $18 a month for no commercials, and I get to have 4K. And Netflix is like, I'm just Netflix. Give me 50% more than that. That's why I say fuck Netflix. Amazon Prime is half of that too. Amazon Prime is like $13.
Yeah, Bane. Netflix doesn't have any content I want to watch. My kids like the show, so we have it.
Yeah, that's why I have the $7 version of it. You want to watch your show? Cool. I have a commercial at the beginning and end.
Right. It's summertime. Are you too good to sell lemonade? You're welcome to pay for the upgrade. Cash in hand, right here. This palm, right here. You want the upgrade? You pay.
Are
for
they
the
sweaty spaghetti?
Yeah,
right.
my ex pays for Amazon Prime. I pay for Disney Plus, and we steal my dad's Netflix.
That's a fair bargain.
Yeah, I'm the general guy who has all this stuff, and then people pitch in or do whatever they're going to do or borrow from me. So I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, getting like, I looked at it, and I guess I just looked at it, and I guess the Disney Hulu thing's like $21 now because it went.
I actually did that, and I bumped it. I got so it's 20 for that when you do the ad free, and I just bumped the max combo together. So I pay 30 and get all 3 for ad free.
If
I
you
have
like
Max.
I
I
should maybe
DoorDash.
check that out because Max actually does have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, Max
Max
is the best value for what you get.
That's why, and now you can do all 3 for 30 ad free when you set it up.
$10 a month for everything
Yep.
that I haven't seen in years on Max, I would probably do that.
And getting Last of Us and all that, it is
like $34.
Yeah, that's what I pay. That's what I pay when I do it for all 3. By far the best value to me, getting all 3 at ad free.
Fair.
But yeah, I actually have Max through DoorDash. I have a DoorDash.
That's a cool setup. I had mine for AT&T, and it's like, so when I dropped DirecTV and all that shit like that, it's like I didn't want to lose the Max, so it's like I'll pay 10 more and get this ad free as well. There was nothing wrong with that.
Waiting for Uber to have a deal like that too. I'd pay for the Uber Pass if I got honestly the selling point for Dash Pass was getting Mac.
All right, light side armor pin.
But I think you only get it with the year-long subscription. You have to buy the 1 year in advance.
No.
Yeah, you come to watch TJ and stay for the actual conversation.
That's what I said. We just do it. We just chill out. It is, this is my way. I love doing
what we're
GAC.
usually doing in Discord.
Yeah, it's just like literally shooting the shit as we're playing the game. But there's no real incentive to offer any details, which is also why it makes it fun. I don't know if I got anything that's gonna tag the crew. This would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I think health is the thing that if you're worried about anything is just...
Oh, I wasn't. I was looking for big booms.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, YouTube Premium is another one of those that can kind of suck a dick, man. Like
I've
have an
never
even
done it, and
considered
I've
it.
never.
I have an ad blocker. It can suck a dick.
Yeah. I absolutely would have never considered it. Not saying I think it's a crazy idea. It's what I think is there's no way that's a value for me. No way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, I understand it might be for other people. I know people that have YouTube TV, and they also think that couldn't do that either. Couldn't be me. Well, really quick, Corey, does YouTube Premium give you free movies? Because if that was the case, I could see it. But because occasionally, if I look up a movie on Google and it gives you the option to watch, sometimes you can watch it on Google, but they charge you some amount of dollars to watch it. I'm not saying I would buy it. Oh,
Okay.
that is true, Bob. That is true. I've done that a couple of times. But at that point, I'm just gonna, man. Not that I advocate for anybody pirating anything, but if you're going to do the free trials for YouTube TV or pay for a month of YouTube TV, just use StreamEast. All one word.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not really sure what about YouTube Premium would give better. What do you get? Do people have content?
It lets you download.
It
lets you download and save. It lets you download content to watch offline.
Okay.
And then apparently it gives you some movies for free.
Okay. Yeah, QWERTY said Prime and YouTube Premium are ultimate efficiency subscriptions. I'm guessing that you mean in terms of sheer volume of content. Something like that.
Yeah.
Right now, I do a lot of the ones off the side because we dropped all the cables and everything. So I've got the Paramounts and I got all the sidebar shit too.
Nah, I had to cancel.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry. We stopped paying for cable and now we bundle our streaming services. Fucking cable.
Yeah.
That's what. Ad-free experience for the shit I'm gonna watch. I was literally paying 130 or something for DirecTV and everything else for 0 people watching TV. So yes, I'll bundle like I do on cable, but it's I put a Fire Stick in and they can go watch what they want when they want, versus paying $100 additional dollars for nothing.
Yeah, that's actually reasonable, QWERTY. Yeah. You can also listen to you can listen to stuff with a lock screen. I don't really listen to YouTube on my phone when I'm out and about.
I will, depending. I'm more on the Twitch side doing that stuff.
And I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't recommend this, but my truck has an Android built in, so I can just watch YouTube on my center console screen, or listen to it, if you will.
Tell me if I'm wrong here. I'm just going to go old school. I guess I don't know what we want to call old school, but
Starkiller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking
yeah, they're not going to dodge you and immediately explode your face, so we'll see how that goes for you.
I'm not.
That's fair, Bulb. I have a folio to my phone, so I can just put something on it and close the folio, and it just works. My screen doesn't have to go off. So if I want to listen to an educational, or if I want to listen to a podcast on YouTube specifically or something like that, I can just put my phone in my pocket. But to each their own.
Here, what is the dab bod? I really want to figure out a way to get a 58 if possible.
Not sure.
56. I know. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at, Bulb. It's 100% just a lazy thing. If it wasn't lazy, I'd pirate. If there's anything that's important to me that isn't, readily available on a stream service that I'm willing to pay for,
Vexatron, hey,
to the high seas I go. I patch on. Sorry, what?
Vexatron just rated on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Really? I didn't get any sort of notification. What the hell?
Well, hey, their viewers just joined. Say hello.
Well, hey, welcome everybody from Vexatron's channel. Thank you for rating in. How you doing? We've actually got TJ here taking on his opponent. I had an Erodium this round, so it's not me fighting. But yeah, I know you and TJ have squared up before. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to all your viewers. How did the round go?
That was his alt, if I'm not mistaken. 'Cause I got the notification. He went and did it.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, $50 a month is hard to justify for literally anything these days.
That's what I'm saying. I literally saved money by doing what I did because I was already paying out for both sides of nothing. So it's like I'm literally saving funds by doing it the way I did. To your point, Dagger, it's like if you weren't, that's a rough sell.
Yeah. Hey, Swigga Gameplay. Hey, Empire. Where's the hat? What the heck? It is 97 plus degrees here today. Even with the hat on right now, my forehead is sweating. So there's just absolutely no way.
You know what?
Tass is going to make me link him the.
Oh, you have ads, Tass. So I'll let that go through and then I'll play.
Yeah, Tass is going to make me link him that cooling fan for like a fourth time.
Yes, probably.
Yeah. What's the fan there?
Yeah, I just sent him a cooling fan because he was bitching about his office being hot.
Yeah,
because I have a cooling fan on me right now. My office is a nice 68 right now.
Is it one of those
outside is still 93.
The Shark or whatever, like the fan that hits like the whole area type situation?
No, I have a Lavoit.
Corey asked, if you only had Hoda Datacron at level 9, what stat is most important for JMK versus Slacker? So I guess if you're talking about
Hoda Datacron. I would use the Hoda Datacron.
He's asking at what level. What is most important?
No. He's saying if you only had the Hoda Datacron at level 9, what stat is most important for JMK versus Slacker? So maybe not having the full benefit of the defense or whatever.
I kind of think you need that. I think you need the full thing. I don't think you can get away with it because
the level 3 is what carries.
Yeah, but the defense I think does pull some weight.
I think some of the stats help, but the point is that if you don't have it, I don't know, say 12-ish, something like that, or 11, having the next stat chunk before the 12. I would say that just having more health on your mods would be helpful. Otherwise,
the level 3 and 6 are the ones I think that are critical for it.
I don't disagree, and also I ask where are you at in the not your personal account, but where you're at, like who you're facing against. At the more top, I think you need everything, and I think you Dagger talked about a potential remod and everything else. Anybody who watched my fight saw how close my fight got. So where I think that really mattered. So if you're like in a Kyber 2 and you're fighting just okay Dreys, I would agree. I think the 3-6 are going to hold you down pretty well. If you're up at the top, I kind of think you need all of the stats. I feel like the defense mattered.
Helps.
I would definitely recommend the 20% health at level 10, but you already have 80% defense on the Kron.
Yeah.
But the level 3 and the 6 are the ones that feel. The level 3 and the 6 are the ones that feel necessary to win the fight. And a remod to 5s would definitely be good for those tryhards out there.
You're back, so I'm going to go ahead and go.
Yeah, go for it. But yeah, let me catch up with a couple comments here. Vexatron said, best of luck to TJ tonight. Awesome player, and hope we face again. I'm sure.
Oh, I look forward. Yes, that would be awesome. I owe you for the 2 wins you got on me. Very good wins, by the way.
Oh.
So he's another one. Deserves to be at the top because he does so well.
Come on up and see us, Vex. Let's have it. Come on up here. Let's see us. I've fought. I don't know what size your account is, but I'm sure I've fought your size and smaller, and probably lost to your size and small.
He runs in the 13 range, but is a very well played and punches way above his belt, in my opinion. So understands how to use his resources well, and gives the folks who are above him a run for their money.
Fair.
Like the guy I just faced was a 13.1, but shout out, I only won by 6 points. Good player, well ability to push up and in the top 100.
Yeah, he's inside the top 100. Okay, dig that. We'll see.
Deserves to be there. Yep, deserves to be there. Actually, we might face again, Vex. If this goes, I am going to be 3-0, depending on how this works out.
Nice. Hey, OG Diamond Dave, saw you there. Sorry, I just barely saw your emote, but hey, welcome. Good to have you here. Mole Pills just resubscribed for 16 months. Good to see you, man. How you doing? We're just closing out the week with a guest stream here with TJ. Had another Erodium.
And I won't be doing ships, as we all know, because that don't happen.
Upbulb asks a really important question. Did Dagger ever get out of Chromium? I haven't talked to him in forever.
Dagger's been like right outside. He's in Kyber 1, so that has been a bit then.
Yeah.
No, he's
Oh,
talking shit. No. He's just talking shit. You can ignore him.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's right, Darth Link. Yes. Yeah, he's one of my patrons, and he says I'll be up there.
You're just gonna work the other way.
Up there
You're just
soon
gonna work the other
too,
way.
Cass. Don't worry. Yeah, he's always talking a gang of shit. He's gonna come get me. All right.
Damn, Upbulb. What's your Discord name, Upbulb? I don't recognize your YouTube name.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You have drawn aggro. What is your
No,
next
he said
move?
I haven't talked to him in forever.
That's fair.
So that means.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. If it's been a while since you talked to him, there was a point where he was indeed in Chromium. That is for sure.
Yeah, he's been driving for a while.
And what I'm saying is, I don't recognize the YouTube name Upbulb.
Fair. Mole pills with 500 biddies. So, for that reason alone, I will read aloud. Dagger is a simp, and TJ is a sissy when it comes to heights.
Yeah, it's shocking news, guys. We all did not know I hate my heights. It's true.
True. Yeah. Dagger hates his heights too, but for different reasons.
All right, good call. I'm down to my last two. I'd like to come across clean. Is it just bros for less points?
Up to you.
Yeah, I'm actually doing it right now. I'm not you, so I'm actually having to go on a different screen while I'm going through this to look at what I want to do for the gas fight.
No worries.
Oh, I could take my 7% chance of doing dad bod. By the way, I'm not going to do that. I was being a dick.
Does dad bod work against GG? Like, what is Riposte going to do?
No, I'm looking at gas, buddy. The
That's
GG,
fair.
I have so many resources. It's the gas when I have Inquisitors, Seer. What else do I got? I've got the bros. So I would like to get my best points possible. Yeah, the GG. I would think I'd be able to dad bod that.
I mean, Gar ISC with if they don't have a especially high amount of potency on gas.
We saw what happens to me. My only concern is the last time we did that literally cost me the win. Tassinix.
Okay, I mean, let me just say, it doesn't happen to me.
I know, because now when we talk about my there are 7. So to be fair to my guys, they do their work. But I agree, yours are better than mine. Dagger, you can insert your poor man shit here, because that's 100% true.
Look, I'm looking to insert something else later, so you have to.
Fantastic.
It won't be in this house, but that's okay.
You're thankful I'm not trying to go to your house to insert anything.
That's a long ass trip.
I'm trying to do it in the safety of my own home, but thanks.
That's right. You can put up the green screen. All right, you can go to
What's it gonna
Dagobah.
be, TJ?
Yeah, I'm kind of figuring the money right now.
Well, if it wasn't gonna be Gar ISC, what was it gonna be?
Zero's a possibility.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Pill says
that's what I thought.
1K Biddy says, I will say this. Having met TJ in person, he's genuine. He has as genuine IRL as he comes off on. That's fair.
That douchebag, full of shit. That's good, and I thank you for not adding that in, Maul. It was good stuff, man.
Frickfrack says, if Dagger is going to TJ's house to insert something, he can return his balls in the same trip.
Dude, that's right.
True.
Return to sender.
Friendship. That's friendship and environmentally conscious at that.
And then we could talk about it on Tass's PNS.
Well, to be clear, I would return them to TJ's wife.
Fair.
Return to sender.
Actual fair.
Yeah, that's how that works. That's how you mail. Return mail. Yes, you return to sender.
Because if I wanted mine, well, I'm not married, but if you wanted mine, my girlfriend has one of them.
I mean,
That
that's
was
a
our
good
deal.
teamwork. That's just good teamwork.
When we get married, she can have the other one. Right now, she only gets one.
Isn't that this right here? I was saying 100%. No need a
Oh,
third.
Tass was face down, ass up for somebody, so that's
Yeah,
why
no,
he has
Claire
that.
Boot, round 1, get this. I lost versus Rockstar, and I thought I was dipping and having one of the Erodiums, because there's 2 in the bracket, right? So I figured round 2 was going to be an Erodium. And then I got matched up with Sasha Aisha. And then, I actually won that round versus Sasha Aisha. So I was like, okay, so I've got a real person here for the last one. It's like, no, actually an Erodium. And then I stopped to think about it. The only way that works is the 2 Erodiums in the bracket got matched in round 1, and one of those was
Isn't
a
that
winner.
crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So they won
In
a
the top
round in
bracket
the
in
top
the game, 2
echelons.
Erodiums got to duke it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Top echelons of GAC for an Erodium to face an Erodium. So I said, that's how Link is coming to you. He's coming to you from the other side. He's going to do it the quick way.
That's the real way to sneak in. Honest to God, in the distant past now, I had a patron that I actually ended up fighting who was legitimately an Erodium.
I remember that
bumped
fight.
Up to the top, and then
I remember that fight.
Yeah, I mean, we
Absolution.
fought, but yeah.
Man, it's been a while since I've talked to Absolution. I should DM him.
Absolutely,
He's a wonderful guy.
I have not heard that name in a long
Yeah,
time.
Absolution was a dope dude.
Is he? I think he's still around.
He hasn't popped in a while, but I believe he's still dope. He just was the last time I was talking to him.
That's fair.
So I'm taking a long run this one, guys.
I mean, nobody on this stream, myself included, has any right.
I think we've been doing pretty good, right? Timing wise, I've been pretty trucking pretty well.
Yeah. Like you're like what? Like we're like at an hour, and we've been like bullshitting for like 20 minutes of that.
I had all good. It's all good. Yeah.
56 strong.
All right,
everything's
Link.
100%.
Link's
right,
going to be an Erodium next season. All right,
that's
buddy.
what I said, man.
We'll
Coming to the top quickly. This feels like the right answer.
Yeah, TJ's just agonizing over the last couple of banners, making sure he's cool on it.
No, I would kick the shit out of TJ. I just sit on him.
TJ might be ripped. Dagger?
It's welcome because he's borrowing my balls, so it's welcome.
Well, I'm just saying TJ's ripped, but I don't think you could lift me.
We'll see what happens.
I could definitely bench press you.
Dagger's been on the hero's journey back to the top 100, top 50, and yeah. When the time comes, I believe that there will be a TJ versus Dagger.
I think it's coming, dude. Like I was telling you the same thing for Link. It's or not Link for Vexatron, right? He's up there. It's like I should, if this works, which is why I'm agonizing so hard. I should be within the top 50. Fight. I'm losing this fight.
It looks like it. Well, you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Shadow DKTJ, hello there. Welcome. Got one of my co-hosts from my podcast, Plotting and Scheming, here, playing out his Grand Arena match. It's TJ, and that is because I got matched with an Erodium, so it's not my fight tonight. Already crushed that poor guy's board.
I wonder where I'm going to lose at. I appreciate it though, Dagger.
Hey, appreciate the follow, Shadow. Thank you.
Yeah,
welcome.
I know, buddy. I know how it looked in the beginning. I thought the same thing. I'm like, dude, this is 100%. And then it was like, get cleared right back out just because how many debuffs they're pushing out.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to win this fight. I'm just going to be honest with you.
I believed in you the whole time.
I didn't. I looked at this shit like, this is bullshit, and I'm on stream.
Look,
this did not feel good.
This is one of those things where it's like Malgus versus Zori, where I'm just like, I believe in TJ's ability to lose this.
Yeah, you got to give me that 15% of the win and the 85% of the loss. We all know my game.
Okay, yeah, Shadow, you already took out your Grand Arena. How'd it go?
Look, it's my name. Shadow Kyber TJ. All right. I think you're going to be right, Tess, with everything left. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, so because I don't ever like think about this in terms of these numbers, 1628 after clearing ground. Is that good?
20 points
that
off.
Sounds really good.
Where is it? You're good. That's like 20 points shy.
1600 plus is, I think, a really good score if I'm not crazy.
Okay. See, I don't know what the numbers are supposed to be. So
yeah. I was 1640 So to give you a point of reference, you saw my number, right, Dagger? I was 1640 walking into to ships. And so here
Oh.
I'm at 13,
Yeah,
16,
I am.
245. So it's like, depending on what I get here, I'll be in the 1600s as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, this week I am impersonating. This week I am impersonating an efficiency player.
Hey, thank you for gifting out that sub, Mole Pills, to
Yeah,
Shadow DK.
we'll talk it. We'll talk about it on the thing. But we already talked about it a lot, Dagger. The fucking checkbox efficiency meta right now.
Oh,
Flare
dude,
boot.
I'm gonna be able to settle. I'm gonna be able to settle a lot more on defense next season or next week. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's
I think
gonna be
everybody will be.
I've got
So I said
great ideas for shit I want to do. I know
it's
I've already talked with Sass and TJ about a couple of them.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's just checkbox setup, and now we have the one step down, right, of what Queen gets to do. So it's like now we get to go even further.
Yeah. Well, let me catch up with a couple things in chat here. Flare Boot says, I've got a round 3 that seems to be decided by whether or not I can clear Rey. Gonna try the 5s as third this time. Okay.
Versus
Good luck with you on that.
Rey.
Yeah, I've fought Drey 6 times this week so far, and I've only won twice, and both times it was with 5s and the JML Cron. Hoda Cron.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with the setup of it. So
Also, just a reminder to everybody: don't set crew with your SLK unless you fight me. Then please set crew. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of potatoes there and doesn't add anything.
I just don't think it's Hux either.
So you think it's either Faust or Hux, or are you just firmly in the Faust camp? What are you thinking?
I'm firmly in the Faust camp, but if you want to put Hux down, I guess that could push back Bane.
I'm going to be interested in the numbers. I think that's
Bane
the
just
biggest
doesn't
thing.
feel like he's been good at all this entire season.
Yeah, Shadow, you said you what was it? You said you posted a 944 and you're in Bronzium. I don't know if that's good. I hope it was good. So
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Flare Boot, for the. He says I'm 11 points off softmax.
oh yeah.
That's
nice.
what I was telling you when I was saying.
Yeah,
so
you're
where you're
crushing,
at, it's
TJ.
like that's where I was at, man. It's like I was 1640 or something like that walking in, and that was stressful as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
you've
that's awesome. I didn't
seen
like.
this is kind of disgusting. Wait, QWERTY in the chat says, I've seen Sith Trooper as the third. Does that make any sense? Of course, because anytime a Sith ally is doing a special, he would be getting to assist. And so Drey is
I was
doing
wondering about
specials.
I was wondering about the. I
That's
was wondering
kinda
about
cool.
Red.
It's not Sith ally. It's First Order ally.
Right.
Sith I thought it's both.
Ally.
I thought it's either.
But yeah, but she's First Order and Sith, so it's not
Exactly.
He's not
so I thought that
twice.
she's gonna call him regardless.
And also,
Well,
he gains the bonus turn as well.
He was going to assist regardless.
Yeah.
I do want to check that out because that was the other one I think
Pills.
about.
Dagger is soft confirmed.
I don't think it's gonna look. Pills can talk all the shit he wants until he wants to lace his boots back up and play again. You know, I'm not gonna listen to a goddamn word he says. But no, I was gonna say, like, I think Red is an interesting option. The problem I think that you're gonna have with Red is that he doesn't actually add anything defensively. So I don't think it's going to change like the JMK matchup. Right?
I'm just glad you're here again, Pills. It's good for the community.
Right.
Vin, that's the thing, Vin. If he stuns 5s, you don't care. And if he stuns Cat, you use JMK middle to cleanse Cat. And then the crew stun doesn't matter at all.
We've captured Miss Tinsel.
I'm wondering if it's the way to go is just the JKR.
That's why I don't like crew, is because you can just
Hoda.
You don't even need to work very hard to play around crew being there.
And
this
is really crushing me on the right answer here.
Well, First Order, the problem Flavor is First Order option is a brick versus JMK.
Ooh, yeah, that is fair. That really is just zero value, JMK. I like the idea, though, Flair. That's actually a pretty slick idea.
Yeah, because like the problem is too, how is his special worded?
It can't be that because
cooldown reduction turn 1, which means Drey goes Shaak swipe Shaak. He's not a brick. He'll still reduce ally cooldown. Second turn is a brick, sure, but by that point the fight is decided. That's what.
can't
It
use.
depends on whether or not the reduction is tied to the turn meter, because you can't remove their turn meter at all.
All right, so it goes down.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't see First Order Officer moving the needle a ton in that fight.
Mhm.
Although I do agree he gives a little bit more burst.
What do we think the defense is going to do, Tess? It doesn't matter for what we're coming into, right?
No, that's the strength of doing Gar ISC, is that you're doing true damage backslaps. And then...
Okay, well, that's fine. Look, I'm not arguing with you, Flareboot. I'm simply saying that I think that while it gives you a little bit more burst, it doesn't give you really any staying power. And when you're using JMK versus SOK, once you turn the corner, so to speak, you're good to go. So, like, once you survive the initial onslaught and everybody's alive and healthy, you're good.
Bobo asks, wait, what did I miss? Why no crew with Slacker? It's just that it's one of the least impressive of your options. If you really would prefer a tank, just use Faust. If you want to have, the reset potential of Hux, you can have Hux. Flareboot's advocating for Fu, not because necessarily of the turn meter pass, which could be prevented by JMK, but for the allied turn meter reduction, maybe creating a loop, and I assume
he was saying because it lets DRey do special, and not have to basic.
But the question is, does it actually jam up JMK though, Flareboot? That's the real question. In the end, does it actually hold the JMK? Because all other counters considered, JMK is the one that it looks like I'm most likely to use.
88.
Yeah, I'm with Herf. Upload is Herf. I'm with Herf. I don't think any of them move the needle a ton. I think if Flareboot is right about Officer, it's like maybe on par with Faust, but Hux doesn't feel all that great because he's just kind of squishy. And to answer your question, Bovo, Crew opens up with stun, and no matter who, and if he can't stun JMK. Fives is already stunned because SLK poked him, and if he stuns Cat, use JMK middle to dispel the stun on Cat.
Spovo, it's not true. We just did it too, and seeing Crew, honestly, when it comes to what it's giving, it's because what happens is Crew is going to align to either go to JMK or go to really the tank. I don't think I've ever seen it, again, knock on wood, one time where it's like, let me go stun your Cat.
Stun Cat, you either short ult to cleanse it, or you use JMK middle to target Cat to cleanse Cat. So, no, Crew is just the potato who doesn't really add. Crew is probably the worst one.
I don't call it the worst. I think Hux is the worst against the JMK setup.
No, but for the same reasons that Flareboot was like praising Fu, right? He gives like the ability to call the all in and swap back to SLK. Like, I really do think that Faust, for me at least, is the clear best. And then I could see, I guess, Fu or Red, I guess.
So real quick, Tass, what would you think for the Kron right now? I'm not trying to obviously game buffs, not especially since
I would say offense, or by offense. You got any offense on these?
There is some with them. Again, these are level 5s, but it'll...
For Bane, it is, I'll bet Red is terrifying for Bane. But usually Faust is way better versus Bane because his counter-attack SOK is
Do we think anywhere I need to worry about tenacity even for the 15%?
No, I think already tenacity built and they don't have a lot of potency added. You should.
There is. So then we just want to move. Then it will be, I guess, defense, offense. So something like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, right. Dagger. You keep trying to get something out.
All right, Dagger.
Oh no, I was just saying like Flareboot said Crew is scariest for people trying Bane. Like no, that's Foster Huck are way better versus.
We're gonna do this
because Bane only cares about the opponent's damage output.
Oh, and ads are on their way. I missed it before.
No,
sorry.
This is a quick fight.
Crew doesn't really do anything against Bane, unfortunately.
Get him, boys.
Oh,
Dagger. This is your fault. Why would you do this, TJ?
How is this my fault?
For reasons that I've yet to specify, we'll get there. Believe in me.
I'm screwed now. That's what I should have done the fucking...
I trusted in your tenacity.
I did have tenacity. They are tenacity built. God damn it, dude.
I would like to point out that depending on
Motherfucker, dude. And there goes the GAC. Oh my god.
Not the whole GAC. It's your first job.
Oh, trust me, what he's got on, I'm not worried about it. It's but it's like that's a frustration. I should have done the tenacity. That's
Did
on
you
me.
actually have a tenacity cron? I tried to look for that.
Yeah.
and you didn't take it.
No, we're talking.
Tenacity.
There was no additional tenacity built, so I got hit with the 15%. Shit happens. It was my choice.
Bills, you chartered. All right, so Bills said, reasons I'm good not coming back to the game. If I told you what I've done with the money I spent on the game since it would make you puke. And I said, is it worse than Swagga? And he says, I chartered a private G650 to Europe for vacation twice. That doesn't sound worse than Swagga. It sounds more expensive than Swagga, probably, for even a whale's year of play or so, a couple years of play, something. But probably money well spent.
All right. Well, we're gonna go with the other one that I'm seeing.
Well, we're on ad, so we can just.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm gonna wait it up.
Yeah.
I'm just frustrated. That one got me.
I mean, TJ and Tass can chime in if they want, but I really wonder if people are going to try Bane in week 2. I just don't think it's going to be any clear.
It's not. It's done. There's just not going to be a Bane. The only one I know of is too expensive to use. It's going to be JMK, and it's can you counter it now? You're going to go look at the numbers when we're done, and it's going to be ridiculous.
Honestly, cheaper than Bane. Like, it feels so dumb to say that JMK is cheaper than Bane.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think Bane's going to be consistent either, because, the locked Shaak just makes Bane just kind of, like, potato out.
Terrifying, man.
Yeah. But, hopefully, this JMK thing is the air quotes solved.
Yeah, Herpa Derpa says normal Bane's going to be like 15%. We'll see how that prediction holds up.
This is what it is right here.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, well, the ads are done, so we're at your disposal.
It shows me that you still have them right now. I'm at 204.
JMK plus Hoda. Well, I'm not talking about the Kron. I'm talking about JMK being cheaper. You're trading the Hoda Kron, which is like maybe more expensive than Bane, but Bane himself punches up higher.
Wolf NA asks, would a high defense set 22 and clones for Lord Vader cause any issues to current counters? That's what kind of I experimented with. So I didn't use my Appo Kron with Lord Vader clones this week. I did go with the CX2 Kron. It was not optimized. I had the 369 I was going for. I had the offense stack level 3, the turn meter gain level 6, and then CX2 level 9. I did manage to re-roll most of the stat blocks into defense, but I'm thinking just like you, like to make this particular Kron its most dangerous. I think the best thing to give to Lord Vader and friends is defense. We'll see. For me personally, I think my opponents, Rockstar and Sasha, respectively, both very skilled. They may not have been getting jammed up on Lord Vader regardless if it was set 21 or 22. But personally, it didn't do a lot for me this week. I don't think that means that it was doing for them. So I'm looking forward to seeing the data on that. 'Cause I want to believe the Appo Kron just isn't doing it.
Oh, that would have been a 57.
Neither of them do anything to the counter I use.
And which one do you favor?
Rey. I think it's the best counter.
Use Rey. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan,
Rey,
but that's
Rey
okay.
Swolo Cow, right?
You don't have to be a fan. It has like.
I watched the fight. I got to watch your
one.
fight. So it's like I got to watch your fight. I agree with your statement. I watched the fight.
Yeah, TJ's in the Rey's better, but I'm not pulling it off defense.
I'm not. No. I just don't. I don't want.
Right
no,
view.
I don't want to use it on offense. It's not pulling it. I fuck her and using her on offense. It has nothing to do with the other point.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're not pulling her from defense because you don't want to use her on offense.
Fuck no. That is just garbage.
LC says,
Garboni jabroni.
LC says, I'm hearing that 5s with JMK Cat is the most reliable counter. Yeah, if you're talking about the Slacker DRey, it's been good for a couple of us here. Got to use the Hoda focus datachron.
Mhm.
I don't know that you have to have it all the way to level 15, but it feels like
There you
level
go.
10 is about the minimum.
Yeah, a level
So
3.
Dak, there's your point.
11 to
16,
level
13 on drop.
Okay. Yeah, the level 3 and 6 are critical. And I think you want to take it to level 10 because that's the extra health. So you get you get like 50% health, 80% defense, something like that.
That is it. There's just, you'll never catch it, man. Dagger's point is valid. I watched the fight. It's paint by numbers. You still can't convince me to pull her to offense to do it. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, Shadow. That's what I said, man. Your name is literally mine, man. We're on the same boat.
Yeah.
I'll take 16-13 for what it is. We'll see where we get to.
It's
I
not
said
a bad score, man.
Good.
Darth Link says, should I use my new Kron instead of Appo? The one you were showing me earlier has incredible stats, and I think the right 3/6, but if it's the one I'm thinking of, that's also a DCT level 9. So I don't think that's going to do anything impressive for you. You know, you're not setting DCT with Lord Vader. Not set up for that.
Here's the question for you, Tass. Are you going to try hard mod for Tweak 2 your JMK team?
What do I need to try hard for?
Just talking about the fives setup.
I don't think I'm remodding 5s, no.
Okay. Are you gonna move Cat into health mods?
Not any more than she already is. I want to say she's over 110,000 health, and that's been okay.
Okay. Again, just asking if you were going to try hard it. I think there are going to be some people who are going to. I think you're going to see the most effect. Again, this is if you remod your Lord Vader for 5v5 or for 3v3. I mean, it probably makes sense for you to remod your 5s for 3v3 because if you're the kind of guy who try hards like that.
Fair.
3x defense sets, 4x health primaries. Get yourself up to like 85% armor.
Old Pill says, hey Dagger, how good is the St. Paul Hotel? I have a wedding there in September. Good spot, or should I stay somewhere else?
Stay someplace else.
There you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth.
It is a fine hotel, but even myself, who's like solidly middle class, would choose to stay someplace else. The location of it's not fantastic. I'd rather stay somewhere more accessible because it's kind of tucked in between. So, not to go too far into detail here, but it's basically an old downtown because we have old downtown, which is old 7th, and then we have which is new downtown, and it's like tucked in to where it's like kind of inaccessible to the rest of downtown. So you have to drive for like 5 minutes to get to the highway. I would just stay somewhere like the Radisson or something like that, which is like off 94.
Here you go.
I know we're gonna close out soon, Tess. I think Dagger's already done, so I didn't recap. So I can go share again and we can recap because I know you usually do that.
Yeah, no, I'd appreciate that. The folks actually generally like the recap.
That's why I said I didn't even think about it. I was just going.
No, I appreciate you thinking of it as well. I was about to, give you the floor and let you roll, but I appreciate you remembering that. Let's go for it.
Yeah. Let me bring it back up just to be fair, because again, I'm not doing ships. That will never happen unless necessary, and then I will.
Let me cover a couple comments here real quick before we do that, so I don't lose them in the distance. Flare Boot said, I have rolled a 375% defense Kron. That will be going on Baylan on defense for next week, purely to stop Sidious. Tenacity up on level 3, so no dot pressure is the potential sauce. I will say I think that was exactly Sasha's intent versus me last round, and as you saw then and here today, JML Shaak Hoda, with all that true damage from coins, doesn't give a shit about all that. Just none of that in general. So just something to keep in mind if you're otherwise.
If your opponent shows any proclivity to want to use JML on yours, you're just now wasting your very good Kron you rolled on a character that will just go poopies.
Yeah, a little outside of that circumstance, sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah.
Like it.
Well, I was actually telling Tass this earlier that I have a 373 or 374% defense Kron that I don't even use.
That sucks.
And it's not because it's not good. It's just because it just doesn't go anywhere.
I think the thing with it is, and defense is still the monster right now. But if you look, everybody's quickly learned and started shifting to things that don't care about the defense. So for the most part, it's great. But we have, again, so many teams that you just said your setup for Baylan. Well, I'm just going to JML that. I'm going to coin it out, and you're gone. So it's like Dagger's right.
Yeah, it's like I have it right now on DRZ, right? That's where I have it currently.
Yeah.
But it's like it doesn't really. Ahsoka uses the Zelbar Kron. The IG-11 Queel team uses that Kron. The Crosshair Kron goes with Crosshair. Malicos doesn't really need the defense. He wants the offense. Gungans don't want it. Qui-Gon doesn't want it. You know what I mean? Like, Leia doesn't want it. Rey doesn't want it.
Yeah, I agree with that, Flair. But I mean, the ferocity I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying I just listed all the teams I have down that could use it.
Yeah.
You're not using it any other places.
It's a nice thing to have, but right now there's the ways to just alter around it.
And
we have too much stuff for offense.
And it doesn't set it to 0. It removes a percent. It removes like a multiplier of your defense. So it doesn't set you to 0. Ferocity definitely doesn't set you to 0. So any defense you put on them does actually scale reasonably okay with ferocity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Spovo says.
But the 15% is still off of the 15% is still a flat number. No, it's still a flat number. You can go calculate it yourself. It's a flat number.
Yeah, I think that is how it is done.
Defense is fucky. Don't.
But Spovo says, my favorite thing so far this season is seeing Padme support just wipe the floor with GLAT, Ezra, and every Rey composition. Yeah, we just saw TJ do that here tonight versus a Rey Ezra, so I believe it. That is a pretty slick punch-up. Agree with you, Link. Herfa Durfa. Wait, is Dagger in the Twin Cities?
I am. Well, technically I live in the Twin Cities metro area. I did not live in Minneapolis.
Here you go. All right, TJ, please take us through.
All right. We'll go bottom. Well, we'll go high to my fights just to make it easier. So we know for the Rey, I did the quad main with the support, and that came out well. No problems there. For the Baylan, that was JML, Shaak, Hoda. Again, no problems there. For the Ahsoka with the Barris, I don't understand that. But Bane killed it for 55, no problem. SLKR, we did the JMK funky fight, and I'm glad we got to see it here. That fight was definitely one for the ages of me having to adjust stuff and losing 5s. So be it bad luck, whatever else. So got a 54 there, and then my Leia versus the LV, same thing I've had with the thing, but I did get a 55. So it's cool. Still worked just the same. In the back. For the Tarkin boys, that was Sid for 59, no problems. The Maul bros, interesting enough, I did the saw there, and that one for a 57. Felt like it was going back and forth, but again, we were talking and shooting the shit, and I was able to go right through it. Still bring it right back. Beck with Temple Guard, I don't play with that, man. So I did. This is not with the Temple Guard Kron. This was the level 9 with Beck. Still bulk, high protection. C set, still took that out, no problem for, 54. For the Resistance, I went old school EP Star Killer. That was a 57. They never took a turn. FOmega, agree with Dagger. They were, what's his name, was trying to do his best job, but that was still BKM for a 57. Up top, blame Task for my loss. It's going to come up, but that was Gas Eye. I failed with the bros. Completely Tass's fault, none of my own, even though it's my GAC. He did it all. He said that he recommended, saw no problem, and I still lost it. Cleaned it up with Sear for a 37. For the Gungans, that was a user error fight. Still got the kill. Little bit of puckering on the butt. with the Great Mothers. That one for me was a 54. Again, that's user error. That was not team error. GG, that was a Malgus 2-man. So it looked like, as Dagger called out, looked like I was losing, and then I won for a 57. So I'm going to call that a win.
He was in danger of losing the entire fight, and he somehow pulled it all the way
Literally
out.
just deleted the team. So yeah, when I got to go.
Flawless.
Tuskens was Traya. We're not saying nothing there. That was for a 57. And then good old Gidme. Gidme is back.
Yeah, man.
Doing
Back
good
on
things,
the
and that
menu,
was
boys.
also. Yeah, that one was a 56, but I'll take it. Didn't have to use anything else. Made it work. So that was where we're at. No attacks yet. Again, he's AU / EU, so it's going to be late morning, whatever else. He does attacks late on the day, so even with one drop, 16-13, I'll take it. We'll see where's that. But efficient player, and he didn't set a lot of things, so we'll see where we get.
Yeah, Link, he used Gidme versus Traya Nihilus Savage. Good fight.
Yeah,
It's a pretty
there was
consistent fight too.
I'll put timestamps on this VOD in the morning, guys. It'll get done.
To answer your question, Vin, I think all three of us advocate for using Hoda with the GMK cron because
the Hoda Bogus Datacron with it. Yes,
there are like two fights this entire season that matter the most, and it's Lord Vader and it's SLK. And if you one shot both, you're in a position to win way easier. And yeah.
Well, we already talked too. I know our next goal, Dagger, is, and I know Bobo talked about it killing EEzra, and I know we probably can do that with Padme. Can Padme kill the LV? And do we just get to run rampant?
Yeah.
And then where it's like the only true fight is SLK. I think that's the last piece.
Ray Ben Cal is like Lawler skates easy versus Lord Vader.
Yep.
Cass watched two fights.
I have.
Of it.
It was really.
It is just Lawler skates easy. Never really in trouble, never really in doubt. And then JMK with fives with the Hoda Cron versus SLK does feel like it has the very, very best opportunity to win.
Yeah, I would say I'm definitely gonna watch our stream again.
The locked Appo dots don't do anything because Appo dies in like 20 seconds.
Ray Ben Ezra, what people are talking about as a really slick counter LC is the Queen Amidala team using the Director Krennic Focus Datacron. You only need to take it up to 12 to get the support long text ability that makes the team pop. But we demonstrated it. TJ shared a recording of that fight that he did. He did one fight before the start of this stream. He recorded it. We showed it. So you can see that here on this VOD, how we got that done. Really smooth, though. You just want to use Queen's middle on her first turn. Definitely not the third.
Yep, and you want to target Rey with the Qui-Gon AoE, so you knock them both into DI in the same turn, so Rey does not get an additional whirlwind.
I played it different. I'm still gonna keep saying that. But what's cool is Dagger's not wrong.
You can play it TJ's way, or you can play it the right way.
No, you can play it both ways, asshole, and get 57s regardless. So as long as you get a 57, I don't give a shit.
As long as you get
Rey
the
3
57,
whirlwinds, you can let Rey get 2. The answer's really up to you, man.
Right. 57 is a 57.
Really quick to break this down. I'll mention this on the plotting and scheming for week 1, but if you just set Ray Ben Ezra in front, you can, and they're just like, cool, I'm gonna clean it. It's like, put Leia in the back. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Have fun with that. There's
actually logic. This is what I said. There's actually logic to that statement because I have the fight. If you want to see it with Queen against Leia, it was one of my favorite fights. And then we did the Ray Ben Ezra. Now that's my favorite fight. So he's right. You can only queen so many teams. So now we start to play the game of strategy.
Makes sense. All right. See here. Yeah, it's goofy. It's goofy how the Slacker mirror match works with Drey right now, Spovo, but that's that's how it is.
Yeah, and if your opponent saves it, DM them and thank them for you not having to beat it on defense.
Yeah, it's kind of a poor strategic move, I think. I agree with that. All right, guys, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I don't want to keep TJ forever. TJ, before I go ahead and wrap all this up, Well, first, I'll give you the last word. So let me say, Dagger, thank you for joining us. You have any comments you want to share with the people?
Yeah, I'm super disappointed that Halliburton got hurt in the first quarter. Really hoping good game 7.
Meaningful contribution to the Swogga discussion. I appreciate you. TJ, thank you so much for making yourself available this evening. Appreciate the show. We actually saw some really good fights here. So, before we part ways, the floor is yours. Any words for the folks at home?
Nah, man, it's always good fun. And then seeing if I'll get it, I'll keep you guys posted. Stay on Tass's channel if you guys are already here. I'll give him the end score of where we get win or loss so everybody can be aware of it. But I appreciate you letting me bring it in. It was a lot of fun, man. And I always love shooting the shit with you guys when we're playing GAC. That is how it's meant to be played.
Dig it. All right. Yes. If you do want to find out how this round ends for TJ, or, if I finish one of my rounds and my opponents haven't cleared me, you'll always be able to find out on Discord. So there's the link for that. Of course, if you're watching me here on Twitch, that is twitch.tv/Tassinix. You may also catch me on YouTube. Tassinix Gaming is the channel. I simulcast on both now. On my YouTube channel, though, if you haven't been there before, check it out. There is some Swogga-related content there that I think you might be interested in. Datacron set guides, mod guide videos, how to mod, AC Omicron tier list, bunch of cool stuff, not the least of which being a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena Focus podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. We break down the last week of combat in the thereabouts of the top 100 in Kyber 1. We talk about how we dealt with the meta matchups of the week, our favorite attacks and defenses, the lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else worth sharing with you. Aside from that, anything that you enjoy there on the YouTube channel, give it a like, hit subscribe to see more from the channel. Really appreciate that. Drop the link to go for that. And if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to support the stream, there are a few ways to do that. First, I have a Cash App, that is $Tassinix. I have a PayPal, which is tassinix@gmail.com. But if you'd like to get some enhanced scouting power for your own Grand Arena matches, early access to some of my content, and a couple odds and end perks, you may be interested in checking out my Patreon. Patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the Tass House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming show. That's coming out Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern for our general audience, but patrons get it as early as Tuesday night within hours of recording, so you have that early edge on the first round of the week. In addition, early access to stuff like the Datacron set guide videos, a couple odds and ends I might make for patrons from time to time, but also dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where you will usually find me lurking, so pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Deadpool Kyle 28, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Miasmo, Mosras, Rays Malbus, Sam Vimes, Deep Dog 47, Squed, Dark Strategy Gamer, Sweens 14, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot's that tool that I highlight at the start of my streams. Nothing else gives you such a concise sense of what your opponent is about offensively, defensively. Anybody can use the tool for free to scout their opponent's last week of Grand Arena history, but only patrons can build a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version of the report with links that you click that go right back into swogga.gg or Insight, whichever you prefer. Just one of my favorite ways to minimize my scouting time. Alternatively, you could go with Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili, which is the #1 tool for your mass mod management and loadout creation. Nothing else lets you so easily, just with a couple of clicks, switch between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, Raid mods. You can use it like TJ and Fatal do to comprehensively remod your roster. You can slice through hundreds of mods in seconds. Damn, I keep remembering forgetting to drop that link in the chat. But yeah, you know, you can slice through all of your mods. You can help your guild out in TW, whole bunch of little odds and ends in that tool. So great stuff going on. No wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. So thank you to Dobby, Esh Sotnikam, Now For Me, Mr. Tony, Bloon, Jake23501, Single Malt Jedi, Snack Attack, Striker, and Trouble Fingers. At VIP Access Premium, this is $15 a month for the Double Bot Bundle. So Patreon access for me, Omega Bot, and Hot Utils all under one price. You can't actually get those two bots cheaper together anywhere else. So that is why so many of my patrons say this is one of the best value bundles in all of FOmega. Thank you so much to Argots, Arj, Big Ninja, Duckstab, Darth Link, Brickfrack Paddywhack, General Milan, Ibanez, Johnny B. Ottawa, Cat, Mini GK, Hills, Wig, Saldak, Sir Boss, Sophus, The Lost Swamp Rat, Wilco, and Zoltre. At the top of the list, in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This madman drops into the stream from time to time, drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, incredibly generous support over the years. Really appreciate you so much. And of course, last but never least, our special thanks. First, to Yoda Force, one of my original supporters from way back in the day. Bought me the mic I'm speaking to you on right now, and enjoy listening to my voice on this because this might be the very last stream you hear it. This mic is really kind of starting to approach end of service life. It survived me, it survived my daughter, it survived 2 cats, but it's about time for it to retire. So new mic coming in tomorrow. Nevertheless, Yoda Force hooked me up with this way back in the day, and thank you so much, man. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether it's bringing me coffee, alcohol, food on stream as the situation merits, or just keeping our daughter from destroying our home utterly, while I am distracted trying to be halfway decent at a phone game. And of course, to Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal, my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming. Gentlemen, as always, it is a pleasure and a privilege to record our show together. 2 years on, we're still meeting up every week to get it done. I learn from you guys every episode. Hopefully the feeling is occasionally mutual. But regardless, it is about our community. They love the show. Lots of questions, engagement, excitement around it. I appreciate that. I appreciate so much what you guys bring to it. Wouldn't change a thing. And you know, one more special thanks that isn't on here right now, but also to Womprat, because he finally gave me an easy way to set up my stream deck, and that's actually what I've been using to navigate my scenes here tonight, so that's really cool. So thank you so much to the Lost Womprat, one of my patrons, a fellow content creator. Matter of fact, I am going to go ahead and give him a shout out right here. Lost. No, it's not coming up like that. I guess it's because he's not online watching. But the Lost Swamp Rat. Yes, Swamp Rat's a good dude. Good show. If you guys check him out, he's UK time zone. He'll come on, you know, early morning Eastern Coast US, something like that. Anyways, appreciate Womp, because that's really cool that this stream deck is working. It's pretty nice. I look forward to seeing what else we can do. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to raid you guys out. Set you up on YouTube first. Wow, is nobody on right now? Not on YouTube, it looks like.
This is why it was such a good thing to have you do it tonight.
I guess
You're
it
the
was,
show,
man. We'll go ahead and forward you guys to Troopers on Break. He is another content creator on YouTube. He's raided into us before. Looks like he's got... Actually, no, that looks... I thought it looked like he had an upcoming stream. Could have misread that. It says upcoming. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that is in fact the case. So we'll have to find out. But anyways, good luck to everybody getting sent over to YouTube. Let's go ahead and finish up the raid. Did I finish up the payout? Ooh, man, we got to give it to 2 or less. TJ did get the job done. All of you who believed in him are rewarded. Sorry, I nearly forgot that. Screen category. Live. Wow, everybody's sleeping. No Zarriss tonight? Wow. Okay. Well,
No, he's not. That's what I
Avant.
said. He's out to July, man. That's why I was telling you. It's like, man, we gotta do it. We gotta give something to the people.
I got you. Yeah, no. Well, Avant's on, so we'll go ahead and set up a raid for him. Anyway, thank you all so much, and of course, again, to TJ and Dagger for popping in and contributing overall entertainment. It's been a fun first week. We'll cover it here in the next Plotting and Scheming. I'll be back Wednesday night, sometime between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern, starting for week 2 action. And until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Here.